Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I will be showing you how to curve the cue ball or just pool ball in general in a game. You usually have to curve the cue ball though. So what we're going to do is set up very common in-game shots. Now usually when I do these videos, I set the ball up pretty close, if not right over the pocket. Now that is not the case most of the time. Most of the time it's a shot like this, where I'm going to shoot as most as I can see of that three, and we hit right there. So, unless you don't want to curve the cue ball, there are a few other options. If you have this layout, you can try to cross bank it going that way. That is an option. It's makeable, as you saw, but I think the curve would probably be easier in this case right here if you're only blocked somewhat. So what we're going to have to do is curve this cue ball around here. Let's just block this corner right here. So we're going to curve the cue ball around that 5 to hit the 3 and pocket it into the corner. Now this 3 ball is very far away from the pocket. Not very far away. It's about a foot away from the pocket, and that's difficult because we need to get a direct contact pretty much in the center of that 3 ball. So just to show you the spin that we're going to use real quick, we need to curve to the left. So we're curving out and then back to the left. So we're using bottom left spin. So around here is where we are going to be hitting, just to curve that cue ball around that 5. Now we don't need a lot of elevation. If you use too much elevation and not enough speed, this is what happens. You hit the 5. Now, you still need to, if you use too much elevation and too much speed, you don't curve enough. So, just showing you, so to show you the mistakes you can make. There are many things that can go wrong with a Masse shot, so only shoot it if it's like a last resort shot. If you don't shoot with enough elevation, you don't curve enough, if any. And if you shoot with not enough, that was not enough and slow. If you shoot with not enough and fast, it doesn't curve any, just because you don't give it time to curve. You have to give the cue ball time to curve. So we're going to have to find a little middle in between there. Now, shoot Masse shots on your warm-up table before you try them in a match, because every table is different. All the felt different. If you're playing with a different tip, definitely try different balls different set of balls that you're playing with. So we're going to have to find like a healthy middle. I think this would be about it. At this elevation, probably 35 degrees and some low left, and hit it at a medium speed, and you should be good to go. I'm going to try to find that healthy middle because I haven't warmed up on my table, and I'm not really sure how this is going to play, but I will jump cut to the make. Now, a lot of you guys like to know how many attempts shots like that take, and that is very understandable. That one took 1 attempt. The first attempt, we came up a little short. We elevated too much and hit too slow. And we hit the 5, which hit the 3. So we had to reset it. I apologize if it wasn't the exact same setup, but that is what we were left with. So we shot that shot, and on the second attempt, we made it. Another thing I forgot to mention to you is after you shoot a Masse shot, the cue ball tends to follow the 3 ball in. So you're going to have to try to cheat the pocket, because if you make it straight in, like in a straight in shot like that was, it's going to follow right into the pocket if you don't shoot it slow. So try to cheat the pocket just a tad. So this next shot, we are on the 3 ball. We can't see any of it. Well, I guess we could see an edge maybe. Yeah, we can see the edge of the 3. So if that 10 ball weren't there, we would have the cross bank on it, but that is an extremely tough shot from this angle. So, can't see hardly any of the 3. We have a few other options. We could try for a tough bank this way, kick, like that. But again, that is a tough shot. I guess some other ways around this. You could try to go this way, but this way, again, is tough. you could miss the ball completely. With the Masse, you're usually not going to miss the ball completely. If you miss it completely here, it's going to have low left on it since we're curving to the left. So if you miss long like this, you'll just hit these two rails and come around. Or if you miss too far off, you'll hit this rail and come around and make the 3. I mean, not make it, hit it. You won't give up ball in hand though. So, and if you come up short, you'll hit these two rails and hit the 3. So it's an easy hit. It's just the make that's hard. So, let's go ahead and shoot this. We're using low left again. And usually, I don't know if I said this, but when I show you the IQ again, usually Masse hits will take place around these diagonal lines. So if you're using left spin, if you need to curve to the left, we're usually hitting at the bottom of this one or somewhere in the middle of this diagonal line. If you're using right spin, if you're curving to the right, it's going to be around this one. So again, we're going to shoot this shot for you real quick, and then I'll tell you how many attempts it took. If you think I'm not being honest, then you can think I'm not being honest, but there's no reason for me to lie about this. So let's go to the shot. So next we are going to talk about kick shots. Now let's put this 3 ball over here. This is going to be a really tough shot. I don't expect anyone to make this on their first try unless they're extremely lucky. But this is kind of a last resort shot. So let's take this blocker 10 that finally gets to be used and let's put it right there. So we are stuck behind this 5. Now I'm going to barely miss the 5 with all the right spin I can put on it, and we still end up about a foot short of the 3 ball. Now this we just really want to contact the 3 ball. We'd be lucky if we contact it, but again in the video we're going to try to make it, but it's probably not going to take first try. Probably won't take anyone first try, as I said. Another option you have is to try to go 2 rails, but you have to avoid that side pocket and avoid jumping off the table like that. Because you need to shoot with a little bit of top since we're close to that rail. You need to shoot with top and elevation, but you see how it just jumps off of the rail every time? So you can't shoot that. There are 2 Masse shots around here, and one is harder than the other. The first one, I don't see why anyone would choose this one, but it would be to use bottom, right, and try to curve your way out this way. Just try to curve around that 10. That is a very tough shot. I don't know why anyone would choose that over this one I'm about to show you, which is the Masse kick. So we want to spin off of this rail and make the 3, but we can't. With all the left spin in the world, we'll always end up short. So what we're going to do is put bottom left and curve around the 5, so we can still have that running English off of this rail, which lengthens out that angle. So if we spin it like that, I'm not trying to make the ball here, but if you spin it like that, you see how much closer we get to the 3? So if you imagine putting more spin on it than that, again, you want to try these shots on the table before you play them in a match, just because of how different everything can play. So it's bottom left, again, around these diagonal lines is where all of this Masse action takes place. So if we're shooting bottom left, we're going to be down here. So let's get into the shot. I'm going to play it from a few angles for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. If you guys are interested in the IQ training ball, this is the ball I used to show you where I hit throughout the video. What this does is when you hit it, it leaves a little chalk mark on the ball, so you can see if you're hitting exactly where you think you are. A lot of people think they hit center, but they actually hit low left or low right or some crazy spin that they don't know they're actually hitting. So this is a great way to test your perfection in the game of pool. So if you want to order one of these, you can go to www.iqclinic.com. They're only $25. And it's a great improvement for your game. So, I will see you guys in the next video.